The book 34 Miracles of Jesus, written by Kalathil Mathew MSFS. Miracle 29, Marriage at Cana. Jesus turns water into wine. John 2, 1 to 12. Turning water into wine is the first of the miracles of Jesus. Jesus reveals himself and his glory to his disciples by this miracle. The disciples believe in him. The imagery of wine is the part of Messianic wedding feast. Mark 2, 19 to 22. Speaks of the wine and wedding. Here he speaks of new wine. Jesus proclaims the power and glory of God in this miracle. Galilee is an important place for Jesus. Cana is a place in Galilee. Words first. On the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus and his disciples had also been invited to the wedding. Third day. It is a theological term. Third day is the day of glorification. The glorification of Jesus happens here. Jesus starts the beginning of signs. Jesus did this, the first of his signs, in Cana in Galilee, and revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. John 2:11. Jesus was invited for the wedding feast at Cana with his disciples. Jesus participated in the celebrations of joy. Jesus, the Son of God, makes holy and glorify wedding and family. Mother of Jesus too was there with Jesus for the wedding feast. When the wine gave out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." Mary, the mother of Jesus, informs him about the problem of the family. Suddenly the wine got over. It was a pathetic situation for the family at the wedding feast. The answer of Jesus was very much unexpected, and Jesus said to her, "Woman, what concern is that to you and to me? My hour has not yet come." John 2:4. My hour. Jesus' ministry is guided only by Father's will. No human agency is needed. Jesus was not unwilling to do the miracle, but he was indirectly drawing attention to his crucifixion. His mission is always before his eyes. Verse 5. His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Mary understood that the need will be met. It has its own time. Do what he tells you. The power of intercession of Mary is so great and powerful. It is good to turn towards God and seek the intercession of Mary in our needs and necessities. Jesus saves the family from the helpless situation by turning water into wine. One word of intercession of Mary sufficed for the salvation of family. Mary could cause the miracle even if Jesus said, "My hour has not yet come." Verse 6. Now standing there were 6 stone water jars for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to them, "Fill the jars with water," and they filled them to the brim. He said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the chief steward." So they took it. When the steward tasted the water that had become wine and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the steward called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and then the inferior wine after the guests have become drunk. But you have kept the good wine until now." Jesus did this, the first of his signs in Cana in Galilee, and revealed his glory, and his disciples believed in him. John 2:6-11. So Mary can bring miracles from Jesus through her powerful intercession. We must make use of the power of intercession of Mary in our life, personal life, and in our family life. We must invite the presence of Christ into our life. Jesus proclaims the glory of God through this miracle at Cana. This event increases the faith of the people. Jesus is glorified through the crucifixion. He prepares for it. The action of Jesus at the marriage is a call to live with more responsibility and purpose of a life in family, in the life of couples, and in personal life. We should be conscious of this responsibility and purpose in life. Do we live without purpose or aim. Wondering at a miracle is not that important, but listening and looking at the intention of Jesus is necessary. They filled the jars with water as Jesus told. Then the jars were given to the steward. The steward tasted from the jars. It is found that best wine. They wondered at what happened. Their faith was increased. Usually, the best wine is supplied first, then the ordinary wine at the feast. Usually, the best wine is supplied first, then the ordinary wine at the feast. Knowing the will of the Father, Jesus turned the water into the best wine. It was a very merciful act of Jesus. Thus, Jesus manifested to disciples and the people the power and glory of God at this miracle. They believed in Jesus deeply. Verse 12. After this, he went down to Capernaum with his mother, his brothers, and his disciples, and they remained there for a few days. John 2:12. Thus, another family is constituted by this wedding feast. Presence of Christ is magnificent at this feast. Through this miracle, Jesus brings faith to the disciples. Through this miracle, Jesus brings faith to the disciples, people, and family. Family gets the acceptance of Christ. We must be dependent on His providence. We must hope in the alleviation of our suffering by His providence.